What's going on, guys? Thanks for watching. I wanted to give you guys a video today that's going to help you with scaling your meals, which means weighing what you're going to be eating. Proteins, carbs, and fats. Those are macronutrients, macros. That's the plan that I'm going to give you guys in this 30-day challenge that starts March 1st. And whether you're participating in my challenge or you're not, this is going to be an opportunity for you to see how to measure your meals if you're someone who just wants to use a macro-based plan to try to reach any type of diet goal you're setting for yourself. How many calories is in each gram of protein, carbs, and fat? This formula is going to be important for you when you're figuring out your body's daily requirements for calories as well. For protein, 4 calories per gram. For carbs, it's the same thing, 4 calories per gram. And for fat, it's the only thing different, 9 calories per gram. So I'm gonna show you guys an example of how I scale a meal for myself. This is obviously a vegan meal, so those of you who aren't vegan, don't worry about the food that I'm using, worry more about the macros. Now this is one of 5 or 6 meals that I'll probably get in my body a day. 25 grams of protein, 49 grams of carbs, 12 grams of fats. Those are macros, PCF. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I got those numbers. This way I knew how many grams of each I needed in regards to my body's requirements on a daily basis. The key for you figuring out how much protein you're gonna be having is to look at the serving sizes and the nutritional facts. This is gonna be key for all of your macro planning. Basically, you wanna see what the serving size is. So one patty of this is 71 grams. So for PCF, I'm getting 14 grams of protein, 10 grams of carbs, and 1.5 grams of fat. What I like to do, put the cup or my bowl, whatever I'm gonna be using to measure my food, on top of the scale first to zero it out as it comes on. So you turn it on, and it will zero itself out. This way, anything you put into that cup, it's only what's going into the cup. You don't have to use a cup or bowl at all, but for this video, for the purposes of making sure you guys understand, I'm gonna use a clear mug. This way you can see what's going in. So I'm gonna be cutting up and weighing 71 grams of the protein burgers to hit the macronutrients for this source of protein. It's at 70 grams right now. It doesn't need to be precise. If you're a couple grams off, you're a couple grams over, that's completely fine. So the protein in this cup, 14 grams, log that down before you add your next part of your meal. For the carbs, I used pre-cooked brown rice and red quinoa and vegetables. Obviously, if you want to measure out rice and cook it that way, that's fine too. One serving size here is 142 grams. So in 142 grams, we're going to be getting 6 grams of protein, 37 grams of carbs, and 3.5 grams of fat. So I needed 142 grams. It's weighing out by 5, so I'm gonna stick with 140. You wanna be precise, but like I said, it's not a big deal if you're off by a couple grams. So for my healthy fat source, I'm gonna be using hemp hearts, raw shelled hemp seeds. One serving is 30 grams, but we're gonna be using half of a serving. So we're gonna be using 15 grams. The reason this is half serving, because it's adjusted to what I need, my macro requirements. I mean, obviously, this will change based on you. You could also use vegetables, just a handful of whatever you want. That's what I'm gonna use here. I cooked up some spinach, kept it pretty bland, added a little bit of hot sauce on the top. Make sure you're weighing everything that's already cooked. So for this meal, I have 25 grams of protein, 49 grams of carbs, and 12 grams of fats. Protein is 4 calories per gram, carbs is 4 calories per gram, and fat is 9 calories per gram. So if you take 25 grams of my protein, times it by 4, that's 100 calories. You take 49 grams of my carbs, times it by 4, it's 196 calories. 12 grams of those fats, times it by 9, that's 108 calories. I'm getting 404 calories in this meal. This is exactly how I would be weighing out a type of meal and figure out exactly what my body needed for myself throughout the day. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. That was how I scale out a meal based on my macros, my daily requirements. This is gonna be an important piece to those of you out there who are participating in this 30-day challenge, because this will be the structure on how you're gonna be attacking your diet goals for that challenge. So I wanted to give you guys an example of how to do that, how I did it for myself in a vegan way. But those of you out there who aren't vegan that are participating in the challenge, it's not about the food at all, it's about the macros, the proteins, the carbs, and the fat, and how much you're getting based on your requirements and based on the serving size from the source of the food you're taking it from. So those are keys in regards to macronutrient intake, as well as the 30-day challenge we're gonna be hitting for the month of March. I'm really excited to get you guys going, and I can't wait for those of you to see the transformations your body will go through with a little bit of organization to your fitness and diet.